Today I need to tell you 4 very important things that you might not know about legumes and vegetables. For example, did you know that technically an English potato is practically the same as a bread roll? Well, in a more technical way, legumes and vegetables are carbohydrates, and that's why sometimes the science is so complex and confusing, because how do we stop it? Say, don't eat carbohydrates if a good thing, legumes and vegetables, is a carbohydrate. What do you mean? So, when choosing vegetables, you need to keep one principle in mind. Don't choose those that cause a quick and high spike in glucose. Most of them are healthy and really important, especially leafy greens, as well as broccoli, peppers, and many other vegetables. They won't make any difference to your glucose. We call these foods slow carbohydrates. Did you ever heard about these? But others, full of starch, such as potatoes and corn, affect glucose straight away. They are known as fast carbohydrates. Are you surprised by what I've just told you? Then expect more. A second important thing that you might not know is that vegetables can make you fat and cause illness. Did you imagine that? Yes. It is important for us to include plants in our diet, but not all plants are suitable for consumption. Certain vegetables can be problematic because they may cause allergic reactions. These allergies can lead to chronic inflammation in the body. When we think of allergies, common foods such as gluten, milk, and peanuts often come to mind. Peanuts have the potential to cause severe reactions, and in some cases, these reactions can even be fatal. But some foods, some vegetables, can cause a slow allergic reaction, a delayed, discrete reaction that you often don't even notice, but over time, you'll feel it in your health. You can end up in a chronic state. And then you'll gain weight, you'll have an inflamed intestine, you'll have a headache, fluid retention, depression, mood swings, joint pain, and sinusitis. A blood test can be done to help you find out if you are allergic to these foods, because it will show that you are developing antibodies. Now, what really works best is an elimination diet. I really like that. Take it off and put it on little by little to see if the effects come back. You may have heard of some of the most common allergy-causing foods such as gluten, soy, and nuts. However, the vast majority of people don't know about a type of plant food from the Solanaceae family. I didn't even know. Did you know about this family? They're tomatoes, peppers, potatoes, and eggplants. So everyone is different. I am different from you. You are different from me. So for some people, these foods can be difficult to digest and can cause bloating and chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like a small fire that burns and you don't notice it. Next thing you know, it's cooked, and it can cause insulin resistance and you end up diabetic. If you suspect that you are allergic to these foods, the best thing you can do is take them out and observe. Do this for a week and see if there is any improvement. It's very common for people with arthritis or autoimmune diseases to stop eating these foods and notice improvements. Another thing you might not know is that one of the best plants in the world is not grown on a farm. When you think of vegetables, you probably don't think of seaweed. It's something that's so little talked about, so little known to us, isn't it? Well, that's a mistake, and the Japanese know it well. Seaweed is one of the most nutrient-packed foods we can have in the world. And they contain minerals that are hard to find in nature, especially in Western diets here in Japan, such as manganese and iodine. A lot of people, I want to manipulate Lugol. You get iodine from seaweed, and if you want your thyroid to improve, you need to put seaweed in your diet. Seaweed is also rich in vitamin C and iron. They help fight cancer, inflammation, improve the immune system, and contain many antioxidants that are not found in legumes and vegetables that are grown in the ground. So if you only eat seaweed when you go to a Japanese restaurant, you're missing out on a lot. I think you can put it in salads, soups, and stews. And you can also eat seaweed as a snack. Many health food stores sell bags of seaweed. Roasted seaweed, lightly flavored. It's much better than potato French fries. You could even try giving baked seaweed for your children instead of fried potatoes. And the last thing I'd like to tell you today about vegetables, which you may not know, is that fermentation works real miracles on food. Humans have been fermenting food since the Neolithic period. In other words, many years ago, way back. Today we live in a fast-paced world and we don't do that anymore. We have few fermented foods such as pickles, soy sauce, and yogurt, of course. beer. It's a shame. Many of the traditional fermented vegetables have many benefits for us. And that's when researchers from Michigan State University noticed that the rate of breast cancer in Polish women became 3 times higher when they moved to the United States. And the suspicion is that one of the main factors is the change in these women's diets. Do you know why? In Poland, women eat fermented cabbage. They eat it every day, consuming up to 14 kilos a year. Now, when they move to the United States, sauerkraut is just a condiment. So sauerkraut consumption drops a lot. And cabbage, like broccoli and other cruciferous vegetables, contains the enzyme myrosinase and some compounds known as glucosinolates, which are detoxifying and help prevent cancer. And there is evidence that the fermentation process makes these compounds bioactive, i.e. ready to attack cancer. There are other foods such as kombucha that are great sources of bacteria in our diet, which also come from the fermentation process, just like kefir. In other words, fermentation also brings these good bacteria to us, to our intestines. If you suffer from irritable bowel syndrome, these foods are very important for you. Supplements with probiotics, i.e. good bacteria, are good, but nothing beats fermentable foods. And you can ferment anything you want, be it vegetables, fruit, at home, and without much difficulty. All you need is a pot, water, salt, some spices and herbs, and a little time. This is the hardest part. Some people use mother culture to speed up the process. Never add vinegar. Don't do it the way food companies usually do. Do you know why? Because it kills live bacteria. That's why it's also important not to add apple cider vinegar to the kefir in the morning. You could kill your bacteria, and that would defeat the purpose of fermentation. So when you buy a food, a fermented product, make sure that vinegar hasn't been used in the preparation. Make sure it was a natural artisanal process. Were you surprised by any of this information? Which of these was new to you today? Write in the comments and live healthy, live with passion, with God in your heart. Bye, guys.